Britain grew over 200 vegetables a century ago. Supermarkets killed all but 12. Tonight we bring back 10 of them, and the numbers make a compelling case. These 10 crops were dropped not because they failed, but because they bruised, looked unusual, or couldn't survive a lorry journey. For an allotment grower, that is irrelevant. What matters is yield, cost, and return. And on all three measures, several of these forgotten varieties outperform the modern crops filling your plot right now. Number 1, Skirret. Skirret was one of the most popular root vegetables in Tudor England. Sweet, slender, white roots, flavour somewhere between parsnip and carrot with a hint of pepper. It predates the potato in Britain by centuries and disappeared for one reason only. Potatoes are easier to peel at industrial scale. That is a supermarket problem. On your plot, Skirret is a perennial. Plant it once, harvest every autumn and winter for years. Yield runs approximately 0.8 to 1.5 kilograms per square metre, improving as crowns establish. Seed costs around £2 to £3. Specialist retailers charge £8 to £12 per kilogram for the roots, when they can find them at all. Estimated ROI on seed cost 300 to 600%, rising significantly from year 2 when no further seed purchase is needed. This is a low glamour, high patience crop. Year 1 is modest. Year 3 is where it becomes genuinely compelling. Number 2, Scorzonera. Long black skin, creamy white flesh, flavour that experienced growers consistently rate above parsnip. Nutty, slightly sweet with real depth. Scorzonera is a perennial, virtually pest-free, and one of the most reliable root crops in British clay soil. Sow April or May. Harvest from October or leave roots in the ground through winter. Cold improves the flavour. Yield approximately 1 to 2 kilograms per square metre. Seeds around £2 to £2.50. Specialist retail price £5 to £8 per kilogram. Estimated ROI 400 to 700%. The capital plot read, "This crop rewards neglect." Difficult corner of your plot, poor soil, low attention, Scorzonera handles it. Few root crops offer that combination. Number 3, sea kale. And this one has a retail story worth paying attention to. Sea kale is native to the British coastline. In the 18th century, it was considered a delicacy in the finest London households. Today, it is almost impossible to buy. You grow it for forced shoots, pale, tender stems produced in late winter by covering crowns to exclude light. The flavour is remarkable, gentle, nutty, none of the bitterness of modern kale. Year 1, establish and leave it. Year 2, light harvest. Year 3 onward, 200 to 400 grams of forced shoots per crown per season. Specialist retailers price forced sea kale shoots at £15 to £25 per kilogram. Seed cost approximately £2 to £4. Estimated ROI 400 to 900%. Very few crops on a British allotment can match that retail equivalent per kilogram. We are a third of the way through, and the plant we mentioned at the start, the one growing here before the Romans arrived, is coming up next. Number 4, Good King Henry. Good King Henry has been in British soil for over 2,000 years. It is a perennial. It requires almost no maintenance, and it actively improves your plot's fertility through its root system. Nitrogen fixation season after season without any input from you. Harvest the young shoots in early spring like asparagus. Use the leaves through summer like spinach. A mature plant produces 300 to 500 grams of usable material per square metre per cut, with multiple cuts across the season. Seeds cost £1.50 to £2. Farmers market equivalent for perennial greens, £4 to £8 per kilogram. Estimated ROI 200 to 500%. The financial case is not the strongest on this list. The input to output ratio is. This plant costs you almost nothing to maintain and gives you greens before anything else on your plot is ready. Number 5, Cardoon. Cardoon is the architectural crop on this list. Wild ancestor of the globe artichoke. Blanched leaf stems with a flavour between artichoke heart and celery. Prized across France and Italy, almost unknown in Britain. Grow it for the blanched stems. Tie the leaves together, exclude light for 3 to 4 weeks before harvest in autumn. Yield approximately 1 to 1.5 kilograms of usable blanched stem per plant. Seeds around £2 to £3. Specialist retail price £6 to £10 per kilogram. Estimated ROI 300 to 500%. Cardoon needs space, up to 2 meters tall. But for a grower with room and a farmer's market nearby, it is a differentiation crop with essentially no supermarket competition. Number 6. Hamburg Parsley. Hamburg Parsley gives you 2 crops from 1 row. Parsley leaves above ground all season. A root below ground, flavour between parsley and celeriac, complex and aromatic, outstanding in winter soups and stocks. Cold hardy through a British winter, roots can stay in the ground and be lifted as needed. Sow March to May. Harvest roots from October. Yield approximately 0.8 to 1.5 kilograms of root per square metre, plus continuous leaf harvest across the season. Seeds cost £1.50 to £2.50. Root equivalent retail £4 to £7 per kilogram. Add the leaf harvest value and the economics of this single square metre become considerably more interesting. The capital plot read dual yield efficiency. You are not choosing between a leaf crop and a root crop. You are growing both simultaneously. Number 7. Alexander's. Alexander's was the primary pot herb of Britain before celery existed. Romans brought it here. It naturalised along British coastlines and hedgerows and was the standard cooking green of medieval kitchens for over 1,000 years. Then celery arrived in the 17th century and Alexander's vanished from cultivation almost overnight. It is a biennial. Year 1, edible leaves. Year 2, edible stems, flower buds and seeds, all used. The flavour is more intense than celery, with a slight anise note. At a farmer's market stall, that intensity is a selling point. It commands attention because no one has seen it before. Seeds cost £1.50 to £2. Estimated ROI against herb bunch equivalents 200 to 400%. This is a curiosity crop with genuine culinary credentials and strong differentiation value. Number 8, and this one surprises almost everyone who tries it. Number 8, Salsify. The vegetable oyster. That is not marketing. Steam it, butter it lightly, and the flavour genuinely echoes oyster. One of the most distinctive tastes in the British vegetable tradition. Sow direct April to May in light, deep soil. Harvest from October. Roots stay in the ground through winter and improve in flavour as temperatures drop. Yield approximately 1 to 1.8 kilograms per square metre. Seeds cost £1.50 to £2.50. Specialist greengrocers and restaurant suppliers price Salsify at £5 to £9 per kilogram, reflecting scarcity, not difficulty. That gap between an easy-to-grow crop and a premium retail price is exactly the kind of market inefficiency a capital plot grower should be exploiting. Estimated ROI 400 to 800%. Highest root crop score on tonight's list, RPS 72 out of 100. Number 9. Welsh Onion. Nothing to do with Wales. The name comes from the Old German Welsh, meaning foreign. A perennial bunching onion grown in Britain since the 16th century, producing mild, onion-flavoured leaves and stems harvestable year-round, including through winter when conventional onions are not available. That winter availability is the economic argument. Sow March to July. From year 2, clumps expand continuously. Yield approximately 0.8 to 1.5 kilograms per square metre per year across multiple cuts. Seeds cost £1.50 to £2. Retail equivalent for bunching onions, £15 to £30 per kilogram. That figure is not a misprint. Estimated ROI, 800 to 2,000%. Per kilogram, Welsh Onion delivers the most compelling retail equivalent value of any crop on tonight's list. Number 10. Ocker. In the 1840s, there was a serious attempt to introduce ocker to Britain as a potato alternative. The timing was driven by the Irish potato famine. Ocker was genuinely considered as the replacement crop. It did not catch on, for commercial and logistical reasons, not agronomic ones. That decision may now be worth revisiting. Oca is a blight-resistant Andean tuber, immune to the potato diseases that periodically devastate British crops. No special soil preparation required. The flavour, when freshly dug, is sharp and slightly citrus, oxalic acid, but leave tubers in sunlight for a few days and the sharpness mellows to a clean, creamy note. Roast them, boil them, or eat them raw and crunchy. Plant from March indoors, move outside after last frost. Harvest after first frost in November or December. Yield approximately 1.5 to 2.5 kilograms per square metre. Starter tubers cost £5 to £10. Specialist retail price £8 to £15 per kilogram. From year 2, save your own tubers and replanting cost drops to zero. The capital plot read, "This is the growth story crop on tonight's list. Its market presence in Britain is expanding. The grower who establishes it now is ahead of the retail curve." 10 crops, dropped from British cultivation for reasons that had everything to do with commercial convenience and nothing to do with quality. Skirret and Scorzonera for the patient root grower. Sea kale for the grower willing to wait 2 seasons for a genuinely premium product. Good King Henry for low-input spring productivity. Cardoon for differentiation. Hamburg Parsley for dual yield efficiency. Alexander's for culinary history and farmers' market presence. Salsify for the highest root crop return per seed cost on this list. Welsh Onion for year-round productivity and the best retail equivalent per kilogram of the 10. Oca for the grower backing a crop whose UK market is still growing.
Welcome to the Capital Plot.